We got a new recruit to talk about, Cart. Felipe Minzer is I think a 16-year-old right now and a non-American player. But there's a FIBA U17 event that has been going on the last couple days. And Jamie Shaw has kind of brought this kid to the surface, at least in online basketball circles. Jamie Shaw tweeted this 2 days ago. Felipe Minzer was the best player I saw on day one of the NCAA College Basketball Academy. Here's the list of programs that sat courtside to watch Felipe Minzer: Kentucky, Duke, UConn, Louisville, Michigan, Purdue, Kansas, LSU, and then more. According to Jamie Shaw, this dude was the best player in the gym and doesn't sound like it was particularly close. You can find a lot of film on Felipe Minzer. I think he's from Argentina, but he's a
Yeah.
6'6" guard who just like gets downhill, can weave through traffic, is super creative, like comes up with ways to score and drive that like just look so unique, and it feels like you've never even seen them before. I asked you to watch the film on this guy because it seems like all of these schools that are super notable in college basketball are taking notice and may jump into his recruitment. What do you think of Felipe Minzer?
Yeah, I also just want to point out it wasn't just like Jamie Shaw that was kind of going off about like Felipe Minzer, him being the best player in the gym. Like this was the consensus of most people in this gym. One of the people that I follow for recruiting had this to say about him, said he's the best non-American prospect that they watched there. He's elite at everything. Great defender, playmaker, efficient three-level scorer, would make massive waves playing college basketball. In my opinion, a future lottery player out of Argentina. So very, very high praise for him. And honestly, when you watch his film, he really does do like a little bit of everything, right? And I mean, I think he is a point guard. I do have a comp for him that I think you're gonna hate, but I'm
Uh-oh.
gonna say it.
Uh-oh.
Dog, he kind of hoops like a 6'6" Tyler Kolek.
What?
He kind of does, man. Like if Tyler Kolek was 6'6", I think that would be this guy.
What? Okay. Here's my thing. I see a lot more scoring instincts from Minzer than I did from Kolek in college. Kolek, as great as he was, and he could give you games of 25 points, we know that. Kolek had a little bit of what you always say about Elijah Harkins in him, where like he'll pass up the wide open layup to kick to the corner to go for his 11th assist of the night. It's unselfish and it's fun, but he's just wired that way. He wants a creative pass more than he wants 2 points at the rim. Felipe Minzer, I think, is like a scorer first, and he can pass. He has all that. It's smart, high IQ guy for sure. But you watch the footage, man. He's scoring. He's getting to the rim. He's weaving through traffic. He's got all these little in between shots. I don't know. That's
He's
what
a
I
he's
see.
a he's a ball screen menace.
Right.
Like he's deadly out of the ball screen.
Yeah, he is. But it like I feel like most of what I've seen in the film that I've seen the last couple of days is like, ball screen, get the advantage, get downhill on a big, and then two-step pivot, spin, fade away, herky jerky 2 points on the way to like a 22-point game. Whereas like Kolek, it's like, okay, he's whipping that shit to the corner for an open three. But either way, both very genius, almost offensive level players. Yeah, I think it doesn't surprise me that all of these big programs are jumping in and taking note. It is interesting, like we've mentioned this, but the game is getting so international. And
Mhm.
when you think about it, it's good. I love it for college basketball and basketball as a global sport. But it makes you think, like, through the years, I think we're gonna have to stop being skeptical about a lot of international players, because in the past there was no incentive for a player like Felipe Minzer to come to America. It was
Mhm.
like I can be a professional, make money in Argentina or wherever I am, and then go to the draft when it's time. Now, like, oh no, he can go make 1.2 million at Kentucky for one season. And it just has changed the game so much. There's so many international players or European pro players that could have made money in college in the last 2 decades that we just didn't even think about. And it's funny to me that we have to reframe the sport as a whole now that this has happened. Do you think he is a blue blood level guy?
I think he is. I do think he is because I think his ability at his size, 'cause he's all of 6'6". There ain't no fake 6'6". He just controls the game completely. Like, and I just have a hard time not seeing him end up at some blue blood where he's playing with some great big man, and him and this big man are just a pick and roll demons.
Yeah.
Um, like, yeah, I think he is. I think he is going to end up at some blue blood.
I'm imagining him on Purdue for a season with Braden Smith.
I don't. I wouldn't like that.
Also, isn't Felipe he's 2 years away, so that wouldn't even happen anyway,
Yeah,
right?
he's technically 2025.
Can I get a Felipe Minzer reclass to play 1 year with Braden? And it's like the same way
You want that?
Caceres is off ball next to Kylan. Like we get
You want to turn you want to turn Braden into Kylan Boswell?
no, I don't.
You
I
just
want
asked for
I
that.
want to turn Fletcher Lawyer into Felipe Minzer is what I want to do. Yeah. Car, you know what I love about you?
That I'm handsome?
You're reliable. I can count on you. Honestly, you remind me of Aaron Henry a little bit. Remember when their back was against the wall, nothing was going right, and man just showed up every day. He didn't make excuses. There were no problems. There were just solutions.
Sounds like me.
That's you. And it also reminds me of Duncan Mechanical Solutions, because if you're looking for quality furnace repair, look no further than the heating and air experts that you can trust. Comfort and quality are their standard. They're an HVAC company that serves Northeast Indiana and Southern Michigan, whether it's heating and air conditioning, plumbing, kitchen and bath remodeling, or emergency services when you need them most. Duncan Mechanical Solutions has reliable service that you can count on. Cart, remember when your basement almost exploded?
I remember when my basement almost exploded. I remember when my furnace itself was acting funny. I remember when my AC was acting funny. I wish I had Duncan in my back pocket. I wouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been anywhere in northern Indiana or southern Michigan that hasn't been perfectly cool or perfectly warm, depending on when the day called for. And that's because of Duncan Mechanical Solutions. They are the presenting sponsor for the month of July. Shout out to Duncan Mechanical Solutions. Go to duncanmechanicalsolutions.com to learn more.